that last line. I don't know that name. It's 13 people in there.
So they're doing a cooking class over Zoom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's teaching them a little recipe. He's a chef up there in Atlanta. I don't know.
Celo's gonna be on Dancing with the Stars.
Yep.
Mondo, can you mute yourself real quick? All right, everybody, we good to go. Marcus, I had to send a new link out, so if you want to share that link out, we're good to go. Can anybody hear me? Everybody good?
Where's the new link at?
It's on the Facebook page, Savannah Symptoms. We have a little.
So we got to use a new link and not this one?
Oh, no, we're good. Everybody who's just watching at home.
Oh, okay.
We're good. Marcus, you ready?
Yes, sir. I was just getting that new link out.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, so I see what I did.
Okay. Is up? Perfect.
All right.
You hear me? Everybody good?
Good. All right, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Dean Williams. I am the president of the Tall Mississippi chapter here in Savannah, Georgia. And today we have the Food Prince, our very own Marcus Jerome Givens. He will be doing a virtual cooking show today. And today he's preparing homemade chicken Alfredo. So let's introduce my brother, Marcus Givens. You on mute. Start over. All right. Go ahead.
What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling today? My name is Marcus Givens, aka the Food Prince, Marcus Jerome. I started cooking about, I was younger, but professionally speaking, I started my business in 2020. And I just love what I do. And I love that I get the opportunity to provide these positive spaces for people who, like me, like to eat some good food, all right? So today, we are making some chicken Alfredo from scratch. I'm not against the dry stuff, you know what I'm saying? But having that homemade flavor is important. And at least you can see what's in your food, all right? So I'm gonna show you guys what we're putting in our food today.
Okay.
Right here in front of us, I have our garlic powder. We have our onion powder. We have our red pepper. Our minced garlic. We have our pesto. Our Parmesan cheese. We have our butter. Our cream cheese. And then we have our fettuccine pasta. Also needed for this, we have our extra virgin olive oil, as well as a Worcestershire sauce. Please make sure if you're looking at this on your phone, you turn your phone the long way so that you can see everything, all right? We also have our salt and our pepper. All right. Most of this is for your sauce. Some of this is for your chicken, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is actually focus on this chicken real quick. Now I've already cleaned my chicken, all right? Well, a good rule of thumb for chicken is to clean it with some lemon juice as well as some vinegar. Again, I've already cleaned my chicken. Okay.
Emphasis on cleaning the chicken.
So
yeah, emphasis on cleaning chicken.
Yeah, emphasis on cleaning the chicken. I know some people out there who believe in not cleaning their chicken, but as for me and my house, we don't clean this chicken. All right, so I've already cleaned mine. So I'm gonna give you guys a moment to take care of that part. Again, I use lemon juice and vinegar, but whatever you guys have in your home, that's gonna be the best bet for you today. Now, I'm gonna get some gloves on my hand because I don't like touching raw food. All the time, maybe. I have my chicken in front of me. These are some boneless chicken breast strips. I like this version a little better because it's easier to cut up into what we use to do for today. So I'm gonna lay everything out on my cutting board here. If you see these little white pieces on the chicken, we don't need that. We just chop that off. And still take the chicken strips up because we want it down anyway. We don't want these big pieces. Our process is sitting last spring down in Savannah. I now recently moved to Atlanta, Georgia to pursue my cooking dreams and get up here and become cooking and stuff situated. But I'm so glad I'm able to still provide service to my home chapter. All right, there's no more white pieces on this chicken, so we're gonna chop this down into chunks. Want some pretty big, decent sized chunks. Don't go too small underneath. Pretty much gonna eat straight into threes. This is a good size for what we want to do today. Make sure you guys catch up with me. And please, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chats below. And my assistant will let me know.
Somebody said they feel attacked because they use Alfredo in the jar.
You know what? It's okay. Well, like I said, I like to see what's in my food. I like to see the components before they come into one. So I used to use that jar stuff too. And every now and then I still do. Come on now. I just want to show you guys some alternatives.
But do we cook the chicken already down?
Say it one more time.
Like, can we have the chicken like little small pieces?
Yeah, you say you want good chunks, but if you want to cut them down even smaller, that's completely up to you. All right, so now that we have cut our chicken down, we're gonna turn our attention to the water we need for our pasta. So let your chicken rest for a second, and let's focus on getting this water situated for our pasta. So you want about 6 cups of water in your pot. And about 6 cups of water. I already put my water in the pot, but you want about 6 cups of water in your pot. All right, we're gonna turn this on. We want your heat to be on high because we want that water to get boiling briskly. And as that water is getting to its temperature, what I'm gonna do is add some salt. That water. I'm also gonna put oil in the water. I put oil in the water so that my pasta does not stick together.
How much oil?
You want, I put it eyeball it. You just want enough where you get these bubbles inside the water. I don't know if you guys can see that. You want just enough until you see bubbles forming in your water. Today's for the pasta, we want enough for about 3 serving sizes. If you guys are using the dry pasta from the box, this is how you measure your servings. Get your hand, make the circle, get a tight little, by a quarter size, and then you put your pasta through the hole. That's 1 serving size of pasta. It's 1 serving size. So we'll use 3 serving sizes today for this dish.
So how many?
Say that one more time.
Never mind.
Yes. So get you a quarter size amount, and that'll be 3 serving sizes. Now wait till your water gets to a good boiling point before we add that pasta in there. But we want to go in and get that water started. Any questions so far? Again, if you have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat, and then my assistant will let me know that you're there. So as this water is boiling, I'm going to turn my attention to this other pot. This other pan, excuse me, is what we're going to use for our chicken. Okay, I'm going to turn this pan on medium heat. I am using a gas stove, but if you have a glass top or you have the regular ranges, they work just as well. Just make sure your heat is in a good temperature. You don't want it to be too hot for this pan. I'm going to cover this water up and let it do its thing. And like I said, when I come back to it, when it's rapidly boiling, and we're going to add our pasta into it. All right, I just turned on my stove, my eye for this chicken. It's on medium heat. Now, this is a good rule of thumb. Do not add oil into your pan too soon. Wait till the pan has got heat to it before you add your oil in. All right, and then depending on what oil you're using, oil can burn. All right, so olive oil has a very low smoke tolerance. That means it will, as soon as it's hot, it's gonna start smoking up. So you not want to make sure you do not put it in too soon. Olive oil, you put it in as soon, right before you put your meat in there. And I can already feel the heat coming from this eye. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go ahead and put in just enough oil to glaze the bottom. All right. I can hear it popping already. And what's gonna do with this pan is move it around and get that oil transferred around the entire pan. You want to coat that bottom of that pan. My camera over here. Just coat the bottom of that pan. And I already know that this is ready for the chicken. So I'm gonna now transfer my chicken into that pan. I'm gonna move around that oil for the chicken to let it stick. Turn your eye down as well.
Wait, did we season the chicken already?
Say that one more time.
Did we season the chicken already?
So we'll season the chicken in the pan.
Okay.
Turn your eye on low. Keep that chicken moving, all right? Again, make sure your eyes on low. All right. Once your chicken starts to get a little color on it like this, it's still pink, but it has that white color attached to it now. We're gonna start seasoning our meat. I'm going to drizzle a little oil. I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce to this chicken. Worcestershire. That's enough to glaze each piece. And with salt and pepper. If you have a regular pepper shaker, just enough to cover each chicken meat. Same for the salt. Don't get too salty on me though, right? I don't want to have blood pressure up there. I'm not on my watch. Move chicken around. And add about 1 tablespoon, or 1 teaspoon, excuse me, of red pepper. And about 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Again, your eye should be on low, okay? Just gonna give that meat time to tenderize, soak up that flavor, and also make sure it's not sticking to the pan. At this point, I know that my water is ready for my pasta. All right, now that I know my water is ready for my pasta, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn that water down to medium heat. And I'm gonna add enough pasta for 3 servings. And my pasta looks a little different because I use a different type of pasta. Still fettuccine, just the way it was made was different. Pasta should be on medium heat. Stir that pasta into that water. Please make sure you turn that eye down to medium heat. You do not want to overcook your pasta. Because when we start doing our sauce and everything else, it's gonna be really important that this was not overcooked. All right, you don't want your pasta to get too soft. Okay, if you have the hard pasta from that box, you're gonna do this for about 5 minutes. Let it soften up just enough. I'm moving my chicken around just to make sure it's not sticking. All right, flipping some pieces here and there to get rid of that pinker, right? You want to keep them rotated. I'm using tongs, but if you have a fork or whatever you have, just use that. Now, I love some good pasta dishes now.
One of the questions is, what seasoning were we putting in the chicken at this point?
The chicken, only thing we put on chicken was salt, pepper, and red pepper. But we also put our Worcestershire sauce up here as well as a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. You're welcome. Love it. I'm about to say, that's the thing you have to do with this pasta. So make sure that lid off every now and then. What I'm doing right now is just stirring that pasta, breaking it up. The oil that we put in the water earlier is going to make sure that pasta is not sticking. Again, it should not take long for your pasta to get to this point. I don't want to undercook some stuff because we have to make that sauce that everything will still be on heat. Right, the chicken is on low, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Just make sure it's not sticky. This pasta is ready to be drained. Now, make sure your pasta again has gotten just soft enough when it's not cooked, but it's not undercooked as well. Just soft enough. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't mind going backtrack it for you and make sure you have everything you need. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to drain my pasta. Don't rinse your pasta, just drain it. You don't want to rinse it. You don't want to rinse all that stuff. You want some of that starch should still be there. And again, it has some of that oil as well that we put in the water earlier. And also that water was salted. So that means your pasta has a little bit of seasoning on it right now. I'll let that pasta do its thing. In the same pot we got that pasta in is where we're going to do our saucing. Have this on medium heat. This was a little bit of measurements come into play, so please make sure you pay attention. So in this pot, I'm gonna put 1 cup of water. One cup of water. You have your milk or whatever dairy product you have. You're gonna put 1.5 cups of your milk. One and a half cups. And keep out that chicken now. Don't overcook it. Make sure it's not sticking. Now to this milk, make sure we just came up with, we're gonna add 8 ounces of cream cheese. That's pretty much 1 cream cheese stick. Now I dice mine so that it melts a little quicker. Now I'm taking a peep at my chicken. As you guys can see. Now I'm gonna take a fork. I'm gonna test my chicken out to see how done it is. So what I normally do, I grab a piece. I try to pull it apart with my fork. If it pulls apart just like that, you saw how easy that was? That means my chicken is where it needs to be. I'm gonna do another piece. Look at that. Come on now. I'm gonna turn my heat off.
Question.
Yes, sir.
What else goes in the milk?
Goes in the milk. So all we did so far was this milk. We did 1 cup of water, 1.5 cups of milk, and we added our cream cheese in there. And this is a quick recipe that you can make. I know y'all love that jar stuff. I'm telling you, this is what you need to do. I have my eye on medium high heat. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add the rest of my flavor and seasonings into this sauce. Okay. So my first thing I'm gonna add is garlic powder. I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of garlic powder into this white sauce. My next seasoning is my onion powder. I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of onion powder here as well. Now listen, I'm about flavor. I love seasoning, man. So please make sure you put enough in there. My next piece I'm gonna add is red pepper. I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of red pepper. Stick it on up. Next, I'm gonna add my minced garlic. So I have about 3 tablespoons worth of minced garlic I'm gonna add to this. Guys, if you need to slow down, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't mind backtracking for you. Next, we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of our pesto. Now, pesto is really just garlic. It has basil in it, extra virgin olive oil, and pretty much Parmesan cheese. But it smells like pizza. It smells Italian. That's my secret. I'll tell everybody my secret now. This is a free class. I'm gonna slide y'all my secret just for the day.
You just told the world.
You know what? It's all good. I got a few more secrets in my belt. Y'all get the cookbook. Get the cookbook. I'm gonna add about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons worth of butter in here. What I love about this recipe is you can come in here and you can remix it any type of way. As long as you keep the basic part of the recipe the same, you can make this your own. But tell them the food friend sent you, all right? But please make sure y'all follow my Instagram pages, _Marcus Strong and _the food prints. Now again, I am a private chef up here in the Atlanta area. I don't mind traveling for a little extra fee, you know what I'm saying? I will be in the building. All right, now that everything, it should look like a chunked up mess in this pot. Now, if you like yourself hot, you add more red pepper. If you don't like it that hot, then you just add less. All right, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add my pasta back into this pot. Get an angle. Yeah, that was crazy. So I'm not eating meat this month. So I ain't gonna be able to eat this with y'all. I got some other tribe family that's in the house. Stir in that pasta. And if your stuff gets too thick, that's perfectly okay. You just add water to the mixture to loosen it up a little bit. It won't lose its flavor, trust me. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, just a little. Want more salt in yours? I'm gonna start saying salt and pepper to taste. And then also black pepper. At this point, it should kind of be in a bubbling state. Put a little Worcestershire sauce in here. Maybe about a teaspoon worth. I'm gonna stir it into the mixture. Now, if you really want to focus on your how much sauce you have, you can do sauce separately from pasta. You don't have to add them together. I know some people don't like too much sauce and stuff on their pasta. But if you really want to like get that ratio right, if you have people over, for example, then you just focus on making two separate things and then adding them together when you plate them. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna add, excuse me, half of my chicken, just half. Literally want to split it right in half. It smells so good in here. Praise the Lord, saints. I told you it's gonna still be cooking. That's why you undercook your stuff a little bit. Because you don't want to have anything overcooked by the time you start adding everything together. And also, the reason you season your meat separately as well, you want to have a good flavor on all of your stuff. So every bite you want to have flavor. I know some people they put their chicken right in here with nothing on it. That's not gonna be me. At this point, I'm going to add about a cup and a half of Parmesan cheese. Please make sure you're stirring this. You do not want your sauce to start sticking. You don't want your sauce to burn. You're stirring, raise the bottom a little bit. Come on now. Look at that. It's getting homemade. At this point, I'm going to turn this down a smidge. Throw a lid on it and forget about it. Just for about 2 to 5 minutes. I want everything to kind of just become one, in a sense. Y'all good over there? Y'all have any questions? All right. I want to see them plates now. Make sure I take pictures of it after you're finished. Again, this is a pretty simple recipe. I also like recipes that require as little amount of dishes as possible. This is almost a one pot thing, except for the chicken. Chicken on low. Before I'm gonna get ready to add the second batch of chicken in there in a second. I'm glad y'all stopped being and decided to cook with us on today. Could be anywhere, but you decided to be here. Back to this. If you want to watch the video YouTube, I do have somebody here doing that site as well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them on their link, and I will promise to get back with you as I can. All right, now that everything's kind of got to a good point to get all together, I'm going to add the rest of that chicken into that pot. And what I also love about these breast strips is that it's like shredded chicken. It shreds really easily. And it actually works really well when you're biting into chicken and into stuff like this. It makes it break apart real easily in your mouth.
So when you finish, pause and go back to the part where, what do you do after you add your noodles to the sauce? What do you do?
What I do after I add my noodles to the sauce? So after you add your noodles to the sauce, you're just stirring. Okay, once you add your pasta in and you stir, you're gonna add your first half of your chicken into the pasta.
So should they do that? Do we add the chicken in immediately after the pasta, or should they
Wait about a couple minutes. Get that pasta stirred in first, so that pasta starts soaking up that flavor from the sauce, and then you add your first batch of chicken in. The first half of that chicken into the pasta sauce. And then after that first batch of chicken, I'm gonna put in your Parmesan cheese, which is about 1.5 cups. You're gonna stir. At this point, you're gonna turn your eye to low. And guys, I'm going back over this for somebody who had a question. And you're gonna cover it for 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes is up and your stuff was on low, gonna go back in, gonna add the rest of that chicken into that mixture. So at this point, I'm gonna turn my eye off. So with those who are with me right now, I'm gonna turn my eye off and I'm gonna cover it. So at this point, everything's just soaking together. I don't wanna burn anything. Every so often, you wanna go back in and make sure you're stirring this, because if not, it will stick to the bottom of the pot. And the reason we use fettuccine noodles for these type of dishes, fettuccine noodles are best used for white sauce pastas, or white sauce, excuse me, not red sauces. One, because they just soak up so much flavor. So fettuccine pasta is the best practice to use for Alfredo or any white sauce dish.
LaMarcus, good quick question. What kind of size or anything would you eat with the chicken Alfredo?
For size for chicken Alfredo, you do anything green. For me, I love doing asparagus, like a garlic roasted asparagus. You can do that either saute it on the stove or pop it in the oven for a few minutes. Keep it crunchy, add your flavor, great side. Brussels sprouts. If you are a Brussels sprouts fan, let me look at myself. If you are a Brussels sprouts type person, that's also a great practice to use Brussels sprouts. Roasted potatoes. This is a starchy dish. You don't want to go too starchy on your sides. Always keep it green, keep it clean. All right. And bread. Get your good, nice bread. That's just helps soak up some of that flavor when you're eating it on the plate. Okay. I'm gonna check on that.
Another question: what kind of beverage would you drink? I mean, would you drink with the pasta?
Water. I'm gonna stop playing.
Water.
Oh,
Oh no, I need some wine.
No,
brother.
I'm a water person. No,
Wine.
wine. Get your good glass of wine. I go with white wine, personally speaking.
that's the correct, yeah. White
Yeah,
wine.
white wine there as well.
That's the beer. If you're talking about fettuccine Alfredo, Pinot Grigio.
I was about to say Pinot Grigio. Yeah, Pinot Grigio.
That or Pinot Noir.
Now my friend over here is a wine connoisseur. If y'all can hear him. So I got some tongues. I switched over to some tongues. I wanted you guys to see how it's supposed to stick to your pasta, but also run off at the same time. You're supposed to make some macaroni noises, all right? Just a little bit. Don't be out here. It shouldn't be dry. It should be dry. It should be dry. Macaroni noises, all right? If you need to, add a little water in there, that boosts it up. You guys have any questions? And please be on the lookout for this cookbook. Yeah, I worked really, very hard on this cookbook. All right, it has a good array of different mixtures. I put some pizza mac and cheese in the cookbook. I do vegan options as well as vegetarian options. Anything to really help you along this journey. So please, when that cookbook releases in a couple of months, grab you a copy. I also do private events of groups of 50 or less. Now, a little special. Listen to him all day. So I have my pasta where it needs to be. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna transfer out of the pot. Now you don't have to do this part, but this is just me. I like to be a little extra. I'm transfer out the pot. Now, but first though, I'm gonna add a little water to my pasta, just because I want mine to be a little bit looser.
You said water make it thick?
It loosens it up.
Okay.
Mhm. So if you got a real thick sauce and you want to loosen it up a little bit, just add a little water.
How do you make it thick?
Less is more. Let me stop playing. Cream, so a cream base. So if you add a little more cream cheese, a little more cheese in there, you're actually thickening it up. Also, sauces, the longer you have them sitting off the heat, the thicker they become as well. All right, mine is to a point where I want to transfer out of the pot. That's such a sensitive microphone here today. It smells really good in here today. I promise y'all it do. If y'all following along for real, that smell should be in your nose. I'm all about your food gotta look good, you gotta smell good, and it gotta taste good. All of the above. So I'm just transferring mine outside the pot. For the rest. Now, me personally, I go back over here and I throw some pepper on top of it, and I might add a little bit of like maybe some parsley flakes, or if you have some cilantro, anything green for a garnish. And I also go back and add some Parmesan cheese on top. And so even when you have it in your plate, you have a Parmesan cheese on top, just the garnish, but it also melts into it. Now, I said 3 servings of pasta to start out, but as you can see, this pot can feed a little bit more than just 3 people. It really does for you. Got questions?
I'm gonna ask if they want it broccoli in their Alfredo, when is the best time?
If you want to add broccoli into your Alfredo, that's a good question. First of all, do not overcook your broccoli. So you might want to, you want to add broccoli to your Alfredo or spinach or anything like that. Do not overcook it. So in a pot to the side, a little bit of water. You want to quickly steam it, leave a little crunch, add your salt and pepper, and then you want to transfer that into your Alfredo when it's almost done. So within the last couple of minutes, then you add your spinach and you add your broccoli. Stir it in there, get it just a little soft, and then right before you serve, you're good to go. Oh yeah, I haven't had broccoli in Alfredo in a while. Yeah, let's look at the look. I had to get a little. Now, I'm gonna get my friend to try it though, because I can't eat meat this one. I can't cheat. March is quickly approaching, so I'm trying to stay fast. I ain't want to make nothing vegan for y'all because I ain't know if y'all gonna be tripping on it. But come back if y'all want something vegan. I can show you how to make some good old vegan barbecue. And you want to slap both your mama and your grandma.
Oh,
Both of them.
that old.
Both of them at the same time. Like, come here, grandma. Let me tell you something. And Pop,
Okay, let me see your Alfredo.
you want to see my Alfredo?
My Alfredo. I mean, Wookie.
Yeah,
We can't
I
see.
saw in this chat. Let me see y'all who on the chat. Let me see y'all what I got so far.
I'm gonna drop mine in the chat.
See a few of y'all cooking along.
Boom.
What it look like? Dion, what is it looking like over
I just dropped it in the chat.
there? Let me see. He's also, Somebody said the cooking show got them hungry. Okay, Dion with the plating,
Mm-hmm.
with the wine. Yeah, so Dion posted a picture in my group chat. Yeah, my positive. He posted a picture in my group chat. Got the plating with the wine on the side. That's how you gotta do
It's
it.
presentation.
It's a presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Always put something green on your plate, though. So I'm gonna plate it down real quick.
That wasn't in the ingredients.
You got the basic part of the recipe. I'm gonna plate it down for y'all on camera so you can see. Don't mind how they know it's not. I had a little incident just now.
We can't see.
I know you can't see. Yeah, I had to reset up the situation.
Wookie got a whole tripod. That's all I'm talking about, Wookie.
Listen here. Tripod, couple sets of cameras up in here. I'm gonna plate. I told y'all before, I like to have mine with bread and stuff.
Those that they can't see.
You can't see? Is it back up?
Yeah, we can see.
I think others can. One particular. So they can't.
I like using tongues when I plate mine because it's just giving me the extra control. You see the cheese. If I wasn't on my little meatless diet,
You just try to just maneuver.
let's see now, because when you mix it in with that meat, it's like I'm cheating low key. I'm not plating. I'm gonna do the same thing I did for my little one. I'm gonna add a little Parmesan cheese on top. With a little parsley. Okay, this wasn't in the ingredients, y'all. Straight how I plate normally. So we'll drink that to color. Also add that flavor. I like to serve mine with bread. So I'm gonna make it a fresh loaf of bread or something like that from my local bakery. Bam, there we go. So I'm finna go get my friend to try this real quick in front of y'all. He ready too, y'all. He ready.
I say take a picture first.
Oh, I'm gonna, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put pictures. Y'all know I have my best snapback. I normally do.
Drop it in the workshop.
Actual presentation for a picture. Get the whole little setup situation. Let me pause this real quick. All right, man, I made my own self hungry. Oh, it's funny because normally I don't even eat my by the time I get finished cooking, I don't really be that hungry. Good, so you ready? You're on camera now, so I'm ready. Let's go. Embarrassing.
It's good. I'm on camera.
Listen, if it ain't good, you just pretend like it is for the folks on the camera.
Oh, you want me to flex with both of them?
Don't flex for the camera. Give them the honest truth.
First off, presentation is pretty nice. Kind of rare to see just regular thing.
Mhm.
Bon appetit, you guys. This is actually good. What's sticking out to me is the Cajun or the peppers.
It's spicy.
Yeah,
The red pepper.
the red pepper. The red pepper is what's sticking out. Overall, this is good. This is good.
Hey,
This is Olive Garden material quality.
not Olive Garden quality. I don't even like Olive Garden. Period. All right, so boom, that has it. Hope you guys enjoy your dinner or lunch for today. This is a quick and easy, simple recipe for some homemade Alfredo. You can change the meat out. You want to use shrimp, you can do shrimp and chicken. Similar process, couple different steps, but the end result is going to be the same. All right. I don't see any more questions on my computers over here, on my monitors. My assistant is eating, so he's no longer of service today. Plate up over there. If you guys have any questions you want to ask me privately, please feel free to hit me up on my social media platforms. Marcus Jerome on Facebook and then _ Marcus Jerome on IG. Oh, I have this. Come on, I gotta see this. Quality. I designed it myself, of course, with my own personal logo and my on the back. I do have a phone number as well that you can text if you have any questions. I'll drop that phone number in this chat on the phone number to book me or have any questions. It's 904 701 2792. Again, that number is 904 701-2796. All right, or you can email me at info@mgivens, MGIV, scholar.org. All right, I really enjoyed your time. Follow me on my platforms and let's get cooking.